Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muaz Akasha bin Nozaidi. My matrix number is 2020897702 and my course code is AS222. I'm going to present assignment from EVT472. I'm going to present a comparison requirement of management system between three different ISO standards, which is ISO 14001, ISO 9001 and ISO 45001. The purpose of the presentation is to demonstrate the similarities or differences of standard requirement within each of three different management system standards. For introduction, ISO standards play a crucial role in guiding organization towards effective management system in various areas. This presentation aims to compare the requirement of three widely recognized ISO standards, which is the first one is ISO 14001. It's about environmental management system. A second one is ISO 9001 about quality management system, and the last one is ISO 45001, which is about occupational health and safety management system. By examining the similarities and differences between these standards, we can gain a better understanding of their respective focuses and areas of emphasis. Here are clause comparison from clause 4 to clause 10. Clause 4 is context of organization. Clause 5 is leadership and commitment. Clause 6 planning. Clause 7 support. Clause 8 operation. Clause 9 performance evaluation, and clause 10 improvements. First comparison is clause 4, which is context of organization. For ISO 14001, it requires organization to determine the scope of the environmental management system, identify environmental aspects and impacts, and understand the needs and expectations of interested parties. While ISO 9001, it requires organization to determine the scope of the quality management systems, identify the internal and external issues relevant to the organization, and understand the needs and expectations of interested parties. And for 45001, it requires organization to determine the scope of the occupational health and safety management system, identify the internal and external issues relevant to the organization, and understand the needs and expectations of interested parties. For clause 5, which is leadership and commitment, for ISO 14001, it requires top management to demonstrate leadership and commitment to the environmental management system, establish an environmental policy, and ensure its integration into the organization's strategic direction. While ISO 9001, it requires top management to demonstrate leadership and commitment to the quality management systems, establish a quality policy, and ensure its integration into the organization's strategic direction. And ISO 45001, it requires top management to demonstrate leadership and commitment to the occupational health and safety management system, establish an OH&S policy, and ensure its integration into the organization's strategic direction. For clause 6, which is planning, for ISO 14001, it requires organization to set environmental objectives, establish a plan to achieve them, and consider risks and opportunities related to the environmental aspect. While ISO 9001, it requires organization to set quality objectives, establish a plan to achieve them, and consider risks and opportunities related to the product and process conformity. And ISO 45001, it requires organization to establish occupational health and safety objectives, establish a plan to achieve them, and consider risks and opportunities related to occupational health and safety. For Clause 7, which is support for ISO 14001, it requires organization to provide resources, establish competence requirements, ensure awareness of the environmental policy, and establish communication processes. While ISO 9001, it requires organization to provide resources, establish competence requirements, ensure awareness of the quality policy, and establish communication processes. And ISO 45001, it requires organization to provide resources, establish competence requirement, ensure awareness of the occupational health and safety policy, and establish communication processes. For Clause 7, which is support, the similarities of ISO 14001, ISO 9001, and ISO 45001 are common elements across the three standards include resource management, competency, awareness, communication, and documented information. For Clause 8, which is operation, for ISO 14001, it focuses on operational planning and control of processes related to the environmental aspect. While ISO 9001, it emphasizes the planning and control of operational process to deliver products and services that meet customer requirements. For ISO 45001, it addresses operational planning and control of processes related to occupational health and safety hazards. For Clause 9, which is performance evaluation, for ISO 14001, it requires organization to monitor, measure, analyze, and evaluate environmental performance, compliance obligations, and audit the environmental management system. While ISO 9001, it requires organization to monitor, measure, analyze, and evaluate quality performance, customer certification, and audit the quality management system. And ISO 45001, it requires organization to monitor, measure, analyze, and evaluate occupational health and safety performance, compliance obligations, and audit the occupational health and safety management system. For Clause 9, which is performance evaluation, for ISO 14001, 9001, and 45001, all three standards require monitoring, measurement, analysis, and evaluation of processes, including the use of performance indicators and internal audit. And lastly, for Clause 10, which is improvements, for ISO 14001, it requires organization to determine opportunities for improvements, take correction actions, and continually improve the environmental management system. While ISO 9001, it requires organization to determine opportunities for improvements, take corrective actions, and continually improve the quality management system. And lastly, ISO 45001, it requires organization to determine opportunities for improvement, take corrective action, and continually improve the occupational health and safety management system. Finally, for Clause 10, which is improvement, the ISO 14001, ISO 9001, and ISO 45001 emphasize the importance of continual improvement through correction action, management reviews, and learning from experiences. For the conclusion, the comparison of ISO 14001, ISO 9001, and ISO 45001 in terms of their management system requirements reveals differences. While each standard has its specific focus on environmental management, quality management, or occupational health and safety, They all share common elements related to the leadership commitment, planning, support, operation, performance evaluation, and continual improvements. Understanding these differences is essential for organizations seeking to integrate multiple management systems or choose the most appropriate standard for their specific needs. By adhering to these standards, organizations can enhance their environmental performance, quality of products and services, and the health and safety of their employees. That's all about Corporation Management System requirements of ISO 14001, ISO 9001, and ISO 45001. Thank you.